Turning now to the very latest from the state's capital, our digital political reporter Alex Kenlin is here with recent updates from the legislative session. And Alex, we want to get right to PBMs and pharmacy managers because I know this is a story we've been covering really for years now.
Spirited debate last night in the Senate, but later last night, they passed the legislation that would prevent PBMs from owning pharmacies. PBMs, of course, are pharmacy benefit managers, and they act as a middleman between insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies in setting prices. CVS has been very vocal about their not liking this, saying they'll close 23 pharmacies. Apparently, they're also a PBM. But the Pharmacists Association was very pleased, and I think the argument that you heard most often on the Senate floor was that how expensive drugs have gotten under this PBM system.
Yeah, so obviously something that impacts a lot of Arkansans, so very big updates there as well. Now, one that had an interesting update recently was the prison bill funding. We've been talking about this for weeks, and we got new information today on what could be happening.
And the last time you and I spoke about it was Tuesday, when when it was voted down.
Yep.
They did not receive the funding, and I said to you very confidently, well, I'm sure it'll be up again this week. Well, we found out today, Senate President Pro Tem Bart Hester said, and I quote, "I do not plan to ask for another vote at this time." They simply don't have the votes to get it passed. Now, they do already have $75 million to begin building that prison, but this was for the vast, $750 million needed to complete the project. So while we haven't heard the last of this, and certainly they can resubmit for funding in later sessions, it appears right now that this is parked. Now, you and I were listening to Tim Griffin had a news conference today. I'll try to cover this as quickly as I can. But in this news conference, the Attorney General said, we need a prison. We need a prison. And you and I have spoken about that as well, about the misdemeanor justice system failing and related issues. So we can fully expect this state to be engaged in the prison debate for time to come.
Yeah, just because this legislative session is wrapping up does not mean that that issue is wrapping up along with it. Another thing that I think is important to mention is the State Library Board, that there are measures to get rid of it, correct?
There was a bill made its way through the Senate with relative ease that would abolish the State Library Board and turn all that over to the Department of Education. And a number of social conservatives have come out and said, well, we don't like that libraries have this material available to minors. And well, ultimately it failed in the House committee yesterday. Now, I want to be careful. Bills don't necessarily fail in committee as much as they run out of working on them.
Yes, they failed to move out of the committee and move forward. Okay, a lot going on this week, and of course we are wrapping up. We're getting very close to the end, so we'll continue to follow the very latest as it continues.
We will. Thank you, Katrin.
Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. And of course, Alex and our broadcast reporter Caroline Derby are continuing to cover the legislative session for us. What few days remain with it. They'll show everything you need to know about the 95th General Assembly on air and on our website, KARK.com. So stay tuned. Well,